excellent with your on-ball defense, there are a few things you need to know about NBA 2K12. Number one, lateral defensive movement will get you hurt and hurt badly. The closer you are to the ball handler, the more this rule applies. When guarding the ball at the top of the key, depending on your camera angle, most people will try for a direct cutoff of the ball handler laterally. Although with nearly perfect timing and the right matchup, it can be done. More often than not, this is what you'll see. The margin for error is so slim that it's not a high percentage defensive option. If you followed the series so far, you know all about how effective different shot contests can be. So we don't necessarily need to cut him off, really we just want to meet him at its destination. The more cushion you give, the better quality of cutoff angles are available to you. With a clamor of users to remove unnecessary bumping on the perimeter, 2K made it so you have to be more precise with your angles to get good contact. The bigger the mismatch, the deeper you need to make your cutoff angle. You can see here as Beasley on LeBron, I don't have enough space for proper reaction time to make a sharp angle cutoff. He blows right past me. Now with that knowledge, watch how I defend him from this distance. I don't run to where he is, I run to where he's going to be. Now of course that opens you up to this. And now we're playing basketball, baby. I need to pick and choose what I'm comfortable with. Or get a better matchup. Thanks, Coop. Another important key to defense in 2K12 is understanding what I call the 5 meridians. Yeah, I made it up. There is one on the sideline from here to here. Another at the 45-degree angle to the rim. Another at the top of the key. Another at the other 45-degree angle. And finally, the last one at the opposite sideline. Because of the angle adjustments of the defense at these angles, it's easiest to get beat to the basket moving laterally at the intersections of these meridians. This is why some people can stop the drive better from some camera angles than others. Because of this angle adjustment, you must either meet them at the intersection and body up, or drop back to a deeper intersection point. Anything in between and you're a ghost. Or as coaches have said since the beginning of time, keep your body between the man and the basket. The best defenders in 2K12 know when to use each of the tools in their tool belt. That only comes with practice. Until next time, it's your man Nazar reminding you, don't play video games, play basketball.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Jersey Made, and I know what you're probably asking yourself, why did I just watch a video from Zar? The reason why I show Zar's video is because he really broke everything down, and that's how I learned how to play defense. Also, everything I'm going to show you really comes from that video. So I'd rather give you guys the source instead of pretending I came up with everything and taking away Zar's credit. So I want to give props to Zar, and also I want to say thank you to Zar for allowing me to use your video. Now, throughout this video, I want you to watch and study this video. I want you to study how I'm taking away the angles, how I'm staying between my man and the basket. I'm really using Zar's information here to play defense. I'm showing you that it still works even though it's 2K14 on next gen. So I really want to show you that his video still holds up to this day. Now throughout this video, I will share my defensive philosophies and really just want to give you guys also basic options for you guys to use on the defensive end as well. Alright, so one of my philosophies is this: to play great team defense, you first need to play great individual defense. So your teammates don't always have to help out on you and leave assignments. Think about it like this: you guys probably, or maybe not, If you guys have seen somebody getting their butt busted on the court, and it's like they always have to help out the other team, or the team you're on always has to help out because that one guy just can't play defense. And that's how it is in 2K. You know, the CPU is going to help out because, you know, you can't, you know, stop the other CPU team from, you know, penetrating or scoring. So the better defense you play, the better team defense you guys will play overall, because they don't always have to constantly help. Alright, so that's one of my philosophies. And another of my philosophy is this. And also you're seeing what I'm talking about right here. Even though I think the Thunder score off of a rebound or whatever like that, you still see that they're taking tough shots. And I'd rather the CPU make tough shots than for them to make great shots throughout the game, because tough shots will eventually fall off and you'll eventually get rewarded for being a good defender. Now, my second philosophy is this: playing great defense is being smart. So back off fast players and players that can't shoot like Rondo, and play close to shooters but not tight. So what I mean is this: Kyle Korver, right? He's a great shooter, but you don't want to play like when your face is on his stomach. You want to play close. So you want to still give him an inch of space, but you don't want to give him too much space where you could just shoot and, you know, make a three in your face, whatever like that. So part of playing good defense is giving enough space. And as you can see in my videos, you see I'm giving enough space to stop the drive. So you need to be far enough to stop the drive, to get a good angle to stop the drive, but you need to be close enough to contest the shot. It's basic, you know, stuff you learn when you was little. It's basically that. And another key is reflexes. You need to have good reflexes. There's some really fast players, but I really can't help you with reflexes. I mean, if you have a reflex issue, you really just need practice. A lot of the things I really can't teach you. A lot of the things I just have a feel for it. I've been playing NBA 2K for a long time now, and that's just what it is. I can't really explain a lot of things for you guys. It's just, you know, it's just some things are just normal to me. Now, shading works pretty well in this game. Now, the only thing about shading is you have to get used to the movement when you shade. So you gotta just practice, fill out shading, then you guys can learn how to take away the angles, just like when you face guarding a player. Alright, so when you're shading, you also want to shade with a purpose. So if you're on the wing or the elbow, you want to shade towards help defense, or if you're on the baseline, you want to shade towards the baseline so that out of bounds could be like a second defender. Basic basketball knowledge here again. So again, use your shading wisely, because it is a lot easier to just attack that front foot and you know, just get beat. So be careful with your shading. Alright, so a couple of defensive tools include the bump and the charge, which is triggered after you cut off the ball handler and you're in contact with him. So it depends on your timing. Like right here, you see that the Knicks point guard, I think his name Pigioni. I don't know how to say his name. Forgive me. I don't watch the bum ass Knicks, and don't dislike this video for that. So you have to press it like right when the contact is not initiated, but after, you know, you guys go into that, like that riding animation, and then you want to press the circle button. Alright, so if you press it early, you might get the charge, but if you press it kind of late, you'll get the bump. But when you use the bump, you want to be mindful of who you're bumping, because fast players like Russell Westbrook can just go right around you because you're out of position to defend his second drive, like right there, what you saw. Also, another tool is the right stick. You want to use the right stick in a lot of different situations. The best situation is when the ball handler has picked up his dribble, he cannot dribble again, and also when it's in a shot clock situation. Alright, so shot blocking. Shot blocking is really time-based. A lot of shots are blockable, but you just have to be patient and find which window you're able to contest the shot. You might not be able to block it, but a lot of the shots you are able to contest. Like right here, you see how I kind of wait. I didn't jump too early. I didn't jump too late. I jumped right when the shot was about to go up, and I embarrassed him, and, you know, basically that's the end of the story. So again, if you guys are still having issues with defense, check out Czar's video. He did a lot better job explaining defense than me. And also, I suggest that you guys just, you know, take time with it, practice on lower difficulties, get a feel for it, and just learn how to meet the ball handler, study this video, see the type of angles and spacing. It's really hard to really explain it. It's something that you have to practice and you have to feel for yourself. So again, it might look like I'm doing something spectacular, but once you get the hang of it, it'll be pretty easy. I mean, you still get crossed by me, but you know, that's me. I'm the manual. All right. Also, I just want to talk about my next video. This video gets 200 likes, maybe 100 likes. I'll release my next 5 videos straight. It's a lot of information, a lot of things I've been holding on, and basically that. If you guys can help me get to 100 likes, you guys like this video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. If you want a favorite, I don't want to tell you what to do. You do what feels in your heart. You do what you really want to do. But if you did like my content, subscribe and tell a friend, and maybe do something about that. I don't know. This is awkward. Oh, also stay to the end. Don't cut this video off after this. Stay to the end after the credits, whatever like that. I want you guys to check out this channel. Salute Me 757. Check out his video on POE. I'm gonna put a link to all everybody's stuff in the description box, so you guys can go and enjoy some other content and channels besides me. And that's basically it. Peace, homies.
The focus is going to be on points of emphasis. I figured I'd give y'all some insight on my feelings on it and what I do, you know, because I think a lot of you guys got things misconstrued about the points of emphasis, and some of you just flat out don't like them because you think that they don't work or whatever, but they do work, and I'm gonna tell you why they work, and I'm gonna tell you how I use them. Now, if you notice me, I got my play calling on auto here. I am the Bobcats, or the Atlanta Trap as we like to go by, and it's my team thing we got going on here. But you see my play calling is on auto. Even my defensive play calling is on auto. I got everything on auto except for timeouts. I like to call my own timeouts. So you got your points of emphasis. You got an offense, you got a defense, and you got a flex. So pretty much you can do 1 to 2 things on each with the flex. You can do one thing on offense, or you can do one thing on defense. Possibly 2 if you include the offense or the defense in the flex. That's what it is. That's all you got to do. You have no defensive assignments anymore. As you look, you see my settings, auto, everything. So it's that way in real basketball. You're not taking away everything from a guy, and you're not just gonna do everything to the defense. So there is no POE that says everything for you to select beside it. So what happens throughout the game is, if you're good, you're going to take away what your opponent is doing, which causes you to call a timeout, or you can do it on the fly and adjust your POE. That's what happens in real basketball.